And I will let Jim Kerr introduce you to the gentleman to my left.
Who is to my right. And boy, left and right, it doesn't matter.
Nope.
He's in the center today here at Connolly's. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome to our 18th annual Irish Breakfast, the 110th mayor of the city of New York, the Honorable Eric Adams.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Mayor, we thank you so much for visiting on what is really a historic day in our city, because this is the first really big parade. This is after 2 years, that have been just so difficult for everybody. It's just another sign of life, of the city's resilience, that we're coming back.
Yeah. So true. And, part of the traffic alert missed the most important part. Stay away from Fifth Avenue if you think you're going to drive down there, because it's going to be green today. No, exciting. And, I always equate this to a 9/11 moment. When I saw those two buildings collapse on 9/11, we lost so many heroes and sheroes in all different walks of life. But then 9/12, we got up. Teachers taught, retailers sold their goods, builders built, and America looked towards New York City and saw the resiliency. And so COVID is not terrorism, but it brought terror. And now we're at that 9/12 moment when we march down in the St. Patrick's Day parade. We're getting up and we're saying New York is stronger, better, and we're ready to get back to our city being open.
Awesome. Mayor Adams, how many times have you marched in the St. Patrick's Day parade?
I probably, over the last umpteen years, I probably missed it 5 or 6 times. I've missed it. But other than that, as a police officer, as an elected official, this has been a really enjoyable time. And what I learned was that when I was in Ireland several years ago, there was one thing that I remember someone told me when I was buying one of my nice wool sweaters. They said, Eric, it's the family name. Protect the family name. When you destroy the family name, it follows you for generations. And since those who came here to America protected the Irish family name, built our bridges, our tunnels, firefighters, police officers, EMT. It made America what it is, in New York what it is. And so that parade is just more than just a ceremonial march. It is displaying the strength of the Irish people. Irish people are the individuals who built New York City with so many of the immigrants, and that parade is representative of that. And I enjoy marching every time.
Well, Mayor Adams, unlike most other elected officials, you are a first responder.
That's right.
That's been, for most of your career, you were a first responder. You know what it's like to wear the uniform of this city, and so many of our uniformed personnel are not only going to be marching in the parade today, but they're going to be protecting participants and parade goers.
Well said. And that's the uniqueness of being a mayor that came from being on the front line. A person who has gone through a lot understands those who are going through a lot. And I was a transit police officer during the early 80s when our system was ravaged with crime, homelessness, crack cocaine was destroying our city. And I know that we can't go back there, and I'm seeing signs of that. But I will let New Yorkers know we're not going backwards. We're going to move forward. This is going to be one of the safest cities in America, and we deserve that. And, as a first responder, you put that bulletproof vest on, or that firefighter helmet, or an EMT responding to the jobs. You do it because you love your city, and that is the love that we're going to show. You have a first responder mayor. I'm still answering 911 calls of services. I'm still the same person.
This is why you were elected, Mayor Adams. You have been in office a little less than 3 months. Your ratings are sky high. More than 6 in 10 in New York City approve of the job you have done so far. What is your proudest moment so far?
Well, my proudest moment was really one of the saddest moments. When I saw we lost Officer Rivera and Mora, and standing on and watching outside the St. Patrick Cathedral, watching thousands and thousands of first responders all over the entire country responded, and watching their loved ones, the strength and resiliency. We say we're not going to surrender to crime. We're not going to allow anyone to believe we can't be safe. And just walking behind the casket and watching that long row of men and women who are stating we're willing to put our lives on the line for those who are in our city. You know, we sit under the tree of freedom because those officers watered that tree with their blood, and we must make sure that we continue to keep our city safe. And that was a very significant moment at the beginning of my mayoralty, and I always remember that no matter what, those officers gave their lives for us, and we need to make sure we lift their names up every day.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And Mayor Adams, we have some of our uniformed first responders with us right now as we approach the end of the 18th annual Irish Breakfast here at Connolly's. We have Kevin Howe, who is with us, who leads the FDNY EMS Pipes and Drums. And you've been on our show now for 15 years?
14 years live.
Wow.
Last year we were audio recorded because there was no parade, but it is 15 years out of the 18 years we've been with Q1043.
Well, we thank you so much, and you're going to be in the parade, of course, as you are every year. What you people do is so important. You save lives every day, and often, and people forget about this, I know the mayor knows, because we all know that police officers and firefighters go into very dangerous, life-threatening situations, but our EMS people do as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you. I'd just like to note that it's been 5 years since Yadira Arroyo was killed on the job, and there's been still no justice for her. So, but I want to wish everybody out there today a very happy St. Patrick's Day, especially to my mom, who is an aide to the Grand Marshal this year. So this is an extra special year for me, marching in my 57th parade out of my 59 years.
Oh, bless.
Okay, thank you so much. Mayor Adams, it's a great honor to have you here with us. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay, we need to bring retail back. We need to bring entertainment back. We need to bring the hotels back. We need to bring the office workers in the Midtown core back.
That's right.
We've got to do it.
We're in this together, and we are going to do. We've been here before, and we turned the city around. We're going to do it again. Thank you. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
And to you, Mr. Mayor.
And now,
New York's classic rock, Q1043.